Hey everyone, this is Cristina from One Connected Love. I thought that I might, show up this week and do a reading for the Divine Feminine Collective. Get a little read on what's going on with the Divine Masculine, what the Divine Feminine needs to know, just have a little bit of girl talk, all those things. So without further ado, let's get started. I have the Whispers of Love Oracle cards. I really love this deck. It's like kind of a classic to me. It's by Angela Hartfield. All right, so let's get going. I've already shuffled them. I don't really have a specific order in mind for these cards, so I'm going to go with kind of like the usual order that I do and just feel into it. All right. So the main energy overall for the Twin Flame Collective is choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. Card number 21. Yeah, and I think that what I'm getting here, especially as I'm speaking to the Divine Feminines overall, you're not trapped ever in any situation, you always have a choice to choose love. And I guess what I'm kind of coming up with here is if you've been feeling like you're beating your head against a wall, or like things aren't moving, or like something feels stagnant, it might be an opportunity for you to take a step back and call in a fresh perspective. Because choosing love does not necessarily mean that you keep beating your head against a wall. Choosing love means that you do what brings you peace, what feels loving to you. And so, you always have a choice to love yourself. And in my personal experience, whenever I've been in a situation where I just felt like I was beating my head against a wall, where nothing was changing. Most of the time for me, it was really a call for me to love myself. Really a call for me to, there was something that I wasn't aware of. And it's a call to be really present with your feelings and very emotionally honest with yourself about what's going on. How do I really feel about this? And, calling in that fresh perspective. It doesn't mean giving up on something. It's not an invitation to give up on something if a situation is frustrating, but it means there's feelings to be felt here. There's stuff to be, to give your attention to that maybe you've been resisting, or that maybe you haven't felt fully. And that's the process, that's the process that Jeff and Shaleia teach through the teachings of union. It's persisting in love, but choosing to really love fully, right? And if you find yourself feeling stagnant, or feeling nothing is changing, it's really an invitation for you to get really, really honest with your feelings. Get really, really clear about how you actually feel, and bring love to that part of yourself. Do the mirror exercise in that place and really love yourself through that challenge. So let's take a look about how this energy is kind of parsing out through the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine. So for the Divine Feminine, the challenge arising is like attracts like. This is, okay, I swear that I did not look at these ahead of time. Like attracts like. If you're longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. And, this starts with you. This starts with how you treat yourself, right? So if you're longing to experience change, experience a shift, that there's a space there where you need to love yourself, right? And you need to give more to yourself. Especially as the Divine Feminine, we manifest, we give by radiating the love within us, right? And being able to radiate the love within you means that you've filled yourself up with love, right? Like you're choosing to receive love in your heart. And so if you want to like exact change in your life, you need to be willing to like receive God's love in that space. You need to be willing to let love in, love yourself. And so when you make that choice to love yourself, the next card is honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So yeah, like as you make that choice to fully love yourself, you might find it easier to be really honest about how you really feel. And it's safe for you to respect your feelings. It's safe for you to respect yourself there. So let's take a look at how this energy moves to the divine masculine. So the first card for the divine masculine is appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. Yeah, so, the divine masculine is really going through this energy of like looking at things with new eyes as well, right? And like recognizing that any challenge that he's experiencing is an opportunity to grow, right? And like the more that you as the divine feminine, because you and your twin flame are one, you choose as one, the more that you choose to cultivate gratitude in your life, cultivate presence and like appreciation for yourself, for your journey, for God, for like the way that your life has evolved, when you truly see that like you've always been loved the whole way through, you're going to find that you're able to relate to the love in your union much better, because that's what the divine masculine is moving through. Like he's learning to recognize the love in the situation as well. Okay. And as he does that, the next card is be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. Card number 40. Yeah, so what I really feel what this means, especially for the divine masculine, is that the divine masculine is like, he's looking at his reality and like recognizing that it's not quite where he wants it to be. And he's realizing that if he wants more, he has to dream of more. He has to like call in more. And this is where like that energy that we had here for the divine feminine, that like attracts like, this is where I feel that it's being mirrored, is that the divine masculine is, like kind of learning to see beyond like the limitations of his current physical reality so that he can really manifest the life that he desires, right? The first part of any manifestation process, like the teachings of union teach, is you have to decide, right? You have to decide you want it. And then when you really decide that you want it, then everything can kind of like, you get the next pieces, right? Like you get like the steps that you need to manifest it. But yeah, the divine masculine is learning how to dream, learning how to be open to that divine guidance. All right, and so the concluding energy for this reading is receive with love and appreciation. Receiving something lovingly from others is a way of showing love. Card number 34. And yeah, I feel like how this relates to the divine feminine is that, in order for the divine feminine to really give, you must receive energy so that like love radiates from you. If you're feeling empty, if you're feeling depleted, that's like a red flag that like before, anything else can kind of come to fruition, you need to let love in. You need to give yourself the love that you're needing. And so, I feel like, taken together, this whole reading, the first card, like choose love. I feel like this is like, like awareness that something doesn't feel good, awareness that something feels kind of stuck, awareness that like, you want something. And then, the other cards were like moving through the manifestation process, right? Like making that decision that you want something, that you want your union, that you want, the next level of your union, making the choice that you want it, choosing love, and then working through the process. And at the end, we are being assured that we will receive it, as long as we're choosing to receive with love and appreciation, right? That is, it's safe for you to receive. When you receive, that's you, communing with the universe, communing with God, right? Because God wants to give you those things that you desire, because that's an opportunity for God to express through you. I feel like this is a really cool reading of the moment. It's, if you caught this like a year from now, 2 years from now, like it's still relevant, right? Because it's relevant to you when you found it. So I hope you guys have a great week. I do offer coaching and readings. I'll have all that information below. I am opening up a group class, so feel free to check out that information below, and I hope you have a great week.